MJBulls is proud to produce the Raising Cannabis Capital podcast. Today's episode will begin after this brief message from our sponsor.
This ain't no desk job, but it's what you got to do to scale up to this in a single growing season. It's how in Oregon alone, we grew and harvested the single largest crop of CBG in the world. Grit, tenacity, hell, whatever you want to call it, the crew at Hamptown USA has it by the bucket load. Just getting our seeds in the ground back in spring and growing them till fall was nothing short of heroic. Propagation, planting, maintaining what we have, and building what we need. Trust me, this shit ain't easy. But when it comes to harvest time, our team bumps the bar up to a whole new level. Next comes processing. Everything but the top flower goes off to get turned into crude, distillate, isolate, and water-soluble ready. Our product, like our team, is nothing less than best in class. This plant has always had the power to change the world, but it needs people to make it happen. We're lucky to have those people right here at Hamptown USA.
We're not interested in having 100 options in each of the categories of running a small business. In each category, we really want to make that a very short list of the very best possible solution out there for that particular category.
From MJBulls Media, it's the Raising Cannabis Capital Show. Today we're joined by Kevin O'Hara, founding and managing partner of Q Marketplace, along with Sean Glynn, the president and CEO. Kevin and Sean, thanks for being on the MJBulls podcast.
Well, happy to be here.
I'm on your website, and I think it's probably easier if you explain exactly what how the marketplace works.
Sure. So then I'll actually start back at the beginning, if you don't mind, with the idea and where it came from.
Sure.
And the problem that we're trying to solve. I was running a business that had about 90,000 small business customers. We provided a subset of services to the small and medium business owner. As I was meeting with our customers, they would regularly ask for help in areas beyond, what we did. It was a telecommunications business. What I figured out over time is that a lot of these small business owners are excellent at what they do. Doesn't matter whether it's running a hardware store or a dispensary or a restaurant. They know how to run that part of their business, but it was increasingly complex to get all of the surrounding technology, whether it was the communication services, the internet, or software. So after leaving that business, I set out to create help for the small business owner, someplace that they could go and make the other parts of their business a lot easier for them so that they had more time to focus on running their business, growing their business, and making money. That was the genesis, the idea. Where we are today is we've gone out and we've researched, we've identified, well in excess of 100 software products we can do comparisons, we can facilitate the purchasing, and then after you purchase those things, we also have a management dashboard that makes the post-installation of your software much, much easier.
I know there are so many different, even like point-of-sale softwares for dispensary owners. I'm reading again on your website that you can help them identify which product best fits their needs. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about how you do that.
Absolutely. This is Sean. I'll take that question. It is one of the things that sets Q apart from some of the other business software research sites out there is that we are really trying to make this very easy for the small business owner and operator. So we're not interested in having hundreds of options in each of the categories of running a small business. In each category, we really want to make that a very short list of the very best possible solution out there for that particular category.
Maybe you can just touch on a few of the cannabis software companies that you're working with presently.
Sure. Yeah, actually, that's a great question, Dan. When you're thinking about running a dispensary, the first thing you have to get down is your point of sale system. because they're tied into all the compliance requirements that each of the states has, and that differs from state to state. So we've got a couple of point-of-sale systems that we're working directly with. One of them is Greenbits, the other is FlowHub. And then if you're a cultivator, there's also a seed-to-sale system called Trellis that we're working with. The idea here is that we did a ton of research. This is where we spent most of the time focusing on that research was in the point of sale because it is a very important piece of the business, and those are the partners that we're working with. The next aspect is, more in the marketing side and menu integration. So when you're getting your menus and you want to integrate those into some other online platforms, you're going to be working with companies like iHeartJane or Leafly. And then there's also some customer loyalty and CRM functionality that Baker provides. They're one of our partners as well. You have some analytics that are pretty valuable in terms of understanding some of the trends that are happening in the space, what brands are popular, how to best connect the brands that you're selling in your store to the customer. And most of the time that's through the bud tender. We have a really interesting company that we're working with called Best and Grow. They're based right out here in Boulder, and they are a brand new company, so we're pretty excited about the stuff that they're doing. And then there's also a more established company that's more on a macro level called BDS Analytics, providing consumer insights and other, like I said, trends that are going on in the space. Another core function of running any business is HR and payroll. So there is a compliance specialized company called Work. They're based here in Denver, great partner of ours. And then we also offer, as an alternative to them, Gusto, which is a similar platform, just not as focused on the cannabis.
I want to take a minute to tell you about some really innovative things that our sponsor, Cream of the Crop, is doing in the cannabis space. Their brand is on fire. They have the 5th best-selling indoor flower brand in the state, and they're profitable, growing their business at 10% a month year to date. They're succeeding by helping cultivators turn profits through operation management and consulting in exchange for supply agreements. By bringing 30-plus years of cultivation experience, award-winning genetics, ultra-efficient SOPs, proprietary nutrient mixes, and their brand, they're able to help both operators who are new to the space and ones who want to just increase efficiency. In fact, they just increased profits for one of their clients by $700,000 per month. Just incredible. But what's really exciting is that they're expanding their highly scalable model beyond California. That's right, they're accepting applications across the country for 2021 and 2022 partnerships. Also, if you're planning to invest in cannabis, you should definitely look at Cream of the Crop because they're doing a capital round in early 2021 to help with their brand's national expansion. To learn more about partnering with Cream of the Crop or investing in their expansion, go to creamofthecropgardens.com. That's creamofthecropgardens.com. Kevin, I see in your bio, you've had some major successes in similar areas. Maybe you can touch on that for just a minute or let our listeners know some of the things that you've done that have brought you to this place.
A long time ago when I got out of college, I considered myself an engineer, and I thought I was going to work for a large company for my entire life. And along the way, they spun out a little business that they started to fund, and they transferred me with the business. That business ended up turning out pretty well. We grew it to a multi-billion-dollar a year business, and then we sold it for about $14.5 billion.
Wow.
This is in the late 90s. After that experience, I decided that starting your own business was a whole lot more fun. Since that time, I have founded or co-founded probably 5 or 6 other businesses. The most significant was Level 3 Communications, where I co-founded that and served as its president and COO for many years. When I left, my previous year or the last full year, we had done a little over $4 billion in revenue. Since then, I've started some smaller ones, some tech businesses that we exited, and I started a second business around the same time as Q. So right now I've got my fingers in a couple of different startups that I have co-founded.
Wow.
So I just find starting and running these kind of businesses a whole lot more fun than going to work for some big global enterprise where it's hard to affect the outcome on any given day. Being close to the point of attack with a business like Q is really exciting because we influence the business every single day.
Oh, sure. And it's great for our industry to have people like you with your pedigree coming into the industry and sharing your knowledge from previous industries just to bring the whole industry to the next level. Now, you're raising capital. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to do with the money when you raise it and what you're looking for.
Sure. So to date, I have funded 100% of the business and all of the development. We have launched Q Marketplace a handful of months ago. When Sean joined about a year ago, Sean took a step back, readdressed where we were from a product standpoint. We made some enhancements and some tweaks to the product, if you will. And then we launched in earnest a handful of months ago. But to date, most of the money has gone into the market research, to developing the product and getting ready for launch and in the early stages of launch. And we're pleased with the early progress. What we're raising money for now is to take Q to the next level, where overwhelmingly the money is going into the sales and marketing effort. Much of it online and digital focused, but also some feet on the street in terms of business development with partner outreach, getting that vertical expertise and building upon the vertical expertise that we started to establish. So now it's all about commercialization and growing the business.
I see. We've been speaking with Kevin O'Hara and Sean Glynn from Q Marketplace. And I will have all of their information on the MJBulls website, including both their contact information. Kevin and Sean, thanks for being on the MJBulls show today. I think this niche that you've just carved out is super needed, and I think it's going to be very well received. I can't wait to hear the feedback from the different dispensary owners as this starts to roll out. So good luck.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks for your time today.
Yeah.
Many thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
Nice speaking with you.
Crappy's Feel Better Company is a cannabinoid CPG company with a line of easy-to-use CBG, CBD, and CBN products built for the weekend warriors, the weekday Zoomers, and anyone in between. Crappy's next-gen products incorporate pharmaceutical-derived chemistry to precisely blend minor cannabinoids and terpenes, creating a series of proprietary formulas for hyper-targeted use cases. Harnessing a team of experts with over 75 combined years of chemistry experience, the company relies on its novel solubility technology, state-of-the-art delivery, consistent results, and unique eye-catching branding to stand out from the crowd. Crappy's executive team and chemists have created a vast and diverse product pipeline to maintain relevance in a saturated market. To find out how you can participate in Crappy's Feel Better expansion, which includes major retail placements, university-executed clinical trials, IP and patent submissions, GMP and API scale-up, and international distribution, go to crappysfeelbetter.com or on Instagram at crappysfeelbetter. Today's show was made possible by the generous support of our sponsors, like Alt36, the country's premier blockchain payment processing platform that's providing dispensaries and its customers with a safe and secure payment option other than cash. To learn more, go to alt36.com.